CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon and thank you for joining us. I'm Najahe Sherman and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Let's take a quick look at today's top stories. We begin with breaking news. A jury found Donald Trump liable for sexually abusing and defaming writer Jean Carroll. A Manhattan federal jury found that Donald Trump sexually abused Carroll in a luxury department store dressing room. They say it happened in the spring of 1996. Trump denied any wrongdoing. He did not put on a defense and opted not to testify. The former president has said that Carroll wasn't his type. He suggested that she made up the story to boost sales of her book. A jury awarded the writer about $5 million. This afternoon, Fort Lauderdale police are searching for clues, and this is hours after a deadly double shooting. They tell us that the shooting happened on Sunrise Boulevard, but the victims made it to the entrance ramp of I-95. CBS News Miami's Ted Scouten has the latest on this story.
This afternoon, one man is dead. Another woman is in pretty bad shape after an early morning shooting. It happened here on the northbound entrance ramp to I-95 at Sunrise Boulevard. That was just before 2:30 this morning. Now, we counted more than a dozen bullet holes in this Mercedes SUV. That's where the victims were. According to investigators, this began on Sunrise Boulevard, but it's here on the entrance ramp where we see dozens of evidence markers. The ramp was closed for 11 hours, reopening just after 1:30 this afternoon. Police are not releasing any names yet or a motive. We don't know if this is a road rage situation or if the shooter and victims knew one another. We're still waiting to find out. We're going to have much more on this coming up for you at 5 and 6. In Fort Lauderdale, Ted Scouten, CBS News Miami.
A former South Florida teacher is in jail. Police say he sexually abused his students at 2 separate schools. Eric Givens now facing several charges, including lewd and lascivious molestation, battery, and offenses against a student. The 29-year-old is accused of raping a 5th grade student on school grounds while working at the Cathedral of St. Mary's School in Miami back in 2019. Then last week, police say the 29-year-old sent inappropriate text to a 10-year-old student from Gibson Charter School, including a picture of himself wearing only boxers. In a statement to CBS News Miami, the Archdiocese said that he worked for them from 2019 to 2020. They say he was terminated due to an inappropriate text sent to a student. The police were notified and the incident was investigated. In addition, counseling was offered to the student and her family. Givens is being held without bond.
Always alerting, always tracking. This is Next Weather.
And taking a live look outside, a dry and beautiful day across South Florida. But get ready because we are tracking changes. And for the details on that and so much more, next weather meteorologist Cindy Pressler.
I hope you're enjoying it right now because, yes, you're right, Naja. Things are about to change as we head toward the rainy season, going to kick in by this weekend and definitely by next week. So hot and mainly dry right now. Increasing rain chances even starting tomorrow. Breezy with higher humidity, showers and storms even as we head through the weekend, unfortunately. And our humidity levels up just a little bit today from yesterday, but not terribly bad just yet. So it's not oppressive yet. Temperature at this hour now 86 degrees in Miami, Homestead 85 degrees, kind of a mix of clouds and sun today. And that humidity making it feel like it's a couple of degrees warmer. When you get that high humidity, you really can't help your skin cool off, so that's why it feels just a little bit stickier today than yesterday. And we do have a couple of showers that are just starting to develop here in southern Miami-Dade County, making their way to the south ever so slowly. That's the sea breeze front that starts coming in. You got some moisture available, so then you start to see the chance for some showers. We're not going to see much out of this. You take a look at our modeling, 1 or 2 right along the border between Monroe and Miami-Dade later this afternoon. And then dying off overnight. Tomorrow, our chance for rain is going to be a little bit higher than today. So start to see around 2 o'clock, spot shower here and there. We've got that easterly flow. By 5 o'clock, look at this, our modeling. I think this is a little bit overcooked, but you get the idea. Chance for some showers again over the inland areas, not necessarily along the coastal areas, but inland areas, drying out again. And by the time we get into Thursday afternoon, inland showers and thunderstorms, and then our chances are really going up starting on Thursday into Friday. And look at this, everything getting pushed off to the west side of the state, and that's because of that easterly flow. Here's your rain chances over the next few days. 20% tomorrow. Now on Thursday, we're up to 40%. Friday, about the same. This weekend, both days, around a 50% chance for showers and thunderstorms. High pressure is actually going to come back to the northeast, but it'll be far enough away to allow a backdoor cold front to move in by Thursday. It stalls out on Friday. That provides the lift. We've got the moisture in place. That's why we've got that better chance to pick up showers and thunderstorms. And of course, the humidity that follows suit. So not too bad now, even Wednesday. But look at this. We're going up Thursday, Friday, Saturday into the weekend. And that's when we go back into the stickiness, the mugginess, as we're so used to as the rainy season begins. So here's your forecast. Tomorrow, look for a high, 90 degrees. That should be our hottest day. 87 on Thursday. Then as we get more clouds and that chance for rain, look at that. Temperatures drop back just slightly into the mid-80s.
All right, thank you, Cindy. A disaster recovery center is now open in Fort Lauderdale, and this is to help victims of last month's historic flooding. People can now come in person to apply for a FEMA grant. FEMA representatives will walk you through the process of filing for financial assistance. People can also apply for a small business administration loan. If you are in need of FEMA assistance, take note of this address. It is 1700 Southwest 14th Court in Fort Lauderdale. It's open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. When we come back, we are learning more about a South Florida teen arrested for allegedly sending threatening emails, what police say she told them after the break. Welcome back. A high school student accused of making a threat is out of jail on bond. 18-year-old Katrina Pettit is facing 8 charges. It stems from 2 threatening emails she allegedly sent out to 2 separate school computers. The threat sent several schools into lockdown. After denying it several times, police say she came clean, and investigators said, quote, "We asked Katrina if she made a mistake, to which she answered yes. She apparently told them, quote, it was supposed to be funny, and then sometimes I do stuff without reasoning." Coral Springs police say the charges are serious and they come with consequences.
It's a very serious thing. It's not only it's a crime, it's a felony. We will investigate it, and when we can prove it's who it's coming from, we will arrest them. There's no no leadway in that.
Pettit's bond was set at $80,000. She will be under house arrest with an ankle monitor and is not allowed to use her phone or computer. The principal of Cooper City High School wrote a letter to students and their parents. That's after swastika graffiti was discovered on campus. The principal says that at least 1 student has been identified and has received, quote, appropriate disciplinary consequences. The letter goes on to state that if other students are found to be involved, they will also face disciplinary measures. The principal did not indicate when the offensive markings were found, only that school staff and security acted swiftly to get it removed. Today is National Fentanyl Awareness Day, and a new program has officially launched in the hope of saving countless lives. Florida's Attorney General joined law enforcement and firefighters at the Clearwater Police Department. It's to talk about the new Helping Heroes program. Under the initiative, specific groups such as firefighters, school resource officers, EMTs, and other emergency personnel will be able to pick up life-saving medication that can stop an overdose from happening, a move Moody says will help save lives.
The numbers show now that just here in Florida, we lose 23 people a day to opioid-related overdose deaths. And much of that is due to fentanyl.
According to health officials, fentanyl deaths have more than tripled over the last 5 years alone. Imagine the emotional toll on a child fighting cancer. As we explore issues of mental health impacting our community, I learned more about the growing role that therapy dogs play in helping patients and their families through the most challenging times.
This is Freedom. As the golden retriever walks through the hallways at the Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital, he instantly lifts spirits. And today, father of twin girls, Charlie Vargas, really needed to feel the warmth that freedom brings to a room. At this moment, one of his daughters, 8-year-old Zoe, is undergoing a test as she battles neuroblastoma.
Zoe's downstairs on the 4th floor. She's having a bone marrow extraction. It's a diagnostic test that they use to determine how well her radiation treatment has worked.
Zoe has been dealing with tumors all over her body since she was about 4 years old. Her father told me she must take medications that are difficult to swallow, and a lot of them make her sick. Zoe started getting scared of the medications. That's when freedom stepped in. The moment was captured on this cell phone video.
And then she started petting her, and then she started playing with her like she was pretending to give her her medication, and then she would take her medication, and it really helped a lot.
Freedom is one of 6 therapy dogs across the healthcare system. He works 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. There is even a special bark line that patients can call if they need a special visit from Freedom.
Licensed clinical therapist Maria Atkinson works with children and teenagers in the hospital system as they work through mental health issues and battle physical ailments. She says she immediately noticed an impact when she began incorporating Freedom and the other therapy dogs into her sessions.
And I would immediately see a mood change, and their affect would just completely brighten, and just they'd get so excited was just bringing the dog in. They immediately provide that comfort. They immediately provide a sense of calm because it's an unthreatening situation, right? You see a dog, it immediately brings a smile to your face.
The therapy dogs begin training when they are puppies, and they are ready to begin working once they are 2 years old. Vargas told me Freedom has had a tremendous positive impact on his daughter's mental health.
And this beautiful animal comes in, and Zoe, all of a sudden, she just changed. Her eyes opened up, that fear that you could see. I mean, you could see the fear. And the minute the dog walked in, she just changed, her complete aspect changed.
Providing joy when it's needed most.
That's CBS News Miami's Quickcast. I'm Najahe Sherman. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS News Miami.